I'm ready.
Hey guys. I can't hear anything. Let me see if I can turn mine up.
Hey, Coach, does that help at all?
That helps a little bit. Yeah. Were you muted?
All right. Yeah. Hey, just I guess Thomas, can I start?
Yeah.
Hey, just I guess your reaction of having the double bye and how you guys came out and played in the in your tournament opener.
We're obviously we're pleased to win. That's the name of the game here, is to get through every game and hopefully get through every game healthy, which we were able to completely healthy today. I thought we came out and played really well in the first half. Had a lot of chances that we didn't quite finish off, and then you got to give LSU a lot of credit for the fight that they had. They made it really difficult for us. They're the team that was really on a run going through the tournament. So I'm pleased that we were able to finally put them away and move on with the win.
Him and his goal, was that meant to be on frame, or was it meant to be across? And at what point?
No, that was a shot. That was a shot all the way. There was about a 12-mile-an-hour wind, and she's, that was right around her range. And then obviously with the wind, it helps out a little bit. So she just whipped it, and the way that she can bend a ball and make it dip is really difficult for a goalkeeper. So, I'm sure in her mind she was, let me put this on frame and put her under pressure and see if she can handle it. And it worked out for us.
At what point in that floating arc did you know that this has a shot and then it was going in?
Well, I knew it went in only after it went over the goalkeeper's head. When she hit it, we were like, "Ooh, she struck that well." And then lo and behold, because we're on the far end of our bench, which is the furthest from that goal. So we probably get a little bit of a delayed reaction after the bench, had such a big cheer.
Coach, I know the name of the game is to score goals, and you had, some other opportunities. I know Addie McCain had a couple of chances that could have given you, I guess, a little breathing room. You just chalk that up to it was just unfortunate? Because, it's not really a whole lot you can do to coach that to get those shots in. You strike it and you just hope, right?
Well, I think we had a couple of bad bounces. Macy Kolb, was in, and the ball kind of took a bobble on her, and she didn't quite get a hold of it. Same thing with Barb Oliveri, and like you said, with Addie too. So we get up early tomorrow and we'll train again with the team. We'll kind of go to the drawing board, look at what we just did, and then start to kind of focus on what we need to do to get a result against a really good Vanderbilt team.
I know this time of year, one goal lead is sometimes you just need that one goal, and you withstood a lot of pressure there at the end from LSU. I know your defense has been strong all year. Another proud moment for that defense, and another good experience to be able to get the goal you needed, and then be able to hold off the opponent there in a clutch game.
Well, you bet. I think it's one of the things that that this team does better than we've done in a long, long time, and that's just to have that sturdy backbone to withstand whatever kind of pressure the other team is going to put us under. So, talking to the coaching staff afterwards, trying to figure out who they thought the player of the game was, and every one of our defenders was mentioned, so including the goalkeeper. So, you can kind of chalk it up to a lot of really great performances. Katie Smith had a tough matchup against some really speedy kids. The way Carlina Sample plays and runs the back line is to behold. That's why why she and Jimena are the two defensive MVPs of the league. But more than anything, I think Kenna continues to get better and better and better in goal. And she was really comfortable tonight. And when she's comfortable, the defense in front of her just breathes a little easier and knows that they can focus on what they need to do. They don't have to cover for the goalkeeper.
You didn't face Vanderbilt during the short regular season. You did last year, and they took you to, I think, like double overtime. Just what's the scouting report on them that you can share with us?
Well, they've got some really special players. They up front, Haley Hopkins, who is an all conference, all American level type of forward who is smart in the way that she plays. She's physical, and she's a real handful to deal with. And then you've got Maddie Elwell, who plays out on the left side for them, who's got a good change of pace, a really good left foot. Is one of the better attacking players in the entire league, and their defense doesn't really give up many chances. So, they're all the way around. They try to put the ball down on the ground. They're a little bit like us in that they want the ball on the floor and they want to build from the back to the front. So, I think for the neutral, it could be a really attractive game for folks to tune in for 8:30 on Thursday.
I have one other question. Can you just talk about the role your team is on? I mean, you lost the opener to Arkansas, and then it just kind of, I don't know if it flipped the switch, but you guys have been on a pretty good roll, and you don't seem to be letting up any, which is good for you.
Well, if you look at the season, I mean, we got off to once we were finally able to start after that long pause through the summer, got off to a great start against Ole Miss. Then we had to cancel or postpone a game because of a lab error on one of our COVID tests. That didn't help us at all going into the game against Arkansas, who's already a really good team. And so it made it to where we lose that game by 1 goal in Fayetteville. And the players, you got to hand it to the players. The players have really taken a lot of responsibility for doing the right things to get better. I give my staff, Phil Stevenson's done a great job of making this team, better every week and helping the players to understand how to play to their strengths. And just, the way that they've gone through, it's people talk about the best teams are player driven, and this team is very much that way. They speak up for themselves. They really care about each other. They look after each other, and they play for each other. And that's a fun for us as coaches. That's a really fun group to be a part of.
G, for the majority of this season, you guys had stretches between games. Now you're in that kind of compressed situation where you play a day off of play. What do you do to get your team ready to go to kind of have the quickest turnaround you've had so far this year?
Well, there'll be a lot of focus on the physical. Right after the game, we had several girls who took cold baths. We have a really big cold bath right outside our hotel called the Gulf of Mexico. That will help out too, to help them to kind of get their legs back and kind of move from it there. But it'll be a situation more than anything of us just trying to focus on ourselves. What are the things that I need to do as a player to get myself back to where I'm as close to 100% as possible, and then collectively as a team, what we're going to try to do strategy wise.
Hey,
I'm
Coach,
watching. We got the Auburn-Arkansas game on. It's 4-3. Arkansas was winning 4-0, and Auburn's making a run for it. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I just wanted to thank you for not calling me a dumbass for not remembering your schedule. So just
it's all right. I didn't. It was easy because we had that long pause, so it seemed like the Arkansas game was the first one. For a lot of us, it seemed that way too.
Appreciate it, Coach.
You bet. You guys have a great night. Hopefully see you guys soon. All right. Thanks. Talk to you later.